Hello, StarCraft fans. This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. And today we have a game between Ryung and Innovation on Cactus Valley, the latter edition. In the top right side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Innovation. And at the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Ryung. All right, so a TVT, very, very high level TVT for you today. Haven't had one of these in a while, I think. Some PvT, some ZVZs had a PvP in there as well. But figured those of you who are Terran fans want to see a TVT, see how it's played by the pros at this level. So I figured we'd toss this one up. I did actually do a best of 3 with Ryung last week. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago now. So pull it up. It's Ryung versus what? Is it Dark? Is it Dark versus Ryung? I am losing my mind, you guys. If it happens one day, you'll know why. Alright, so again, this is a TVT, which just means we're going to open up with some Cyclones. That's kind of what the current meta is. If you don't have Cyclones, you're in a lot of trouble against your opponent, unless you go for like some early proxy Reaper stuff and kill them before theirs come out, but I doubt we're going to see that. These players are way too good. They know each other way too well to allow something like that to happen. Sorry for that static. If I touch the gain control on my microphone, it does that. I just wanted to make sure it was all the way down as it is supposed to be. And it was, but then I got some static, so there's kind of a trade-off there. Sort of a trade-off there. Alright, so it is going to be Reaper 1 from Ryung, Reaper 1 from Innovation. The good thing about these TVTs is we get 2 Reaper names in general. So let's take a look and see what they possibly could be. We do have the Reaper name list ready to go right here, and we're going to do blue first. Blue Reaper name is... No. Let me scroll. I want to scroll. Dang it. I want to scroll. There it is. There's our scroll. All right, this is going to be... Bill. Imagine the most terrible thing a person can do, then multiply that times 5. You will basically sum up what Bill does in his free time. Yikes, this guy needs to die. And our Red Reaper's name is Alex MK4, Alex Mark IV. After perfecting his Reaper backstory generator, Alex realized he had made a great mistake. The machine gained sentience and had turned Alex into a Reaper name, and then when read aloud, would transport into the Reaper, given the name. Help me! Poor Alex. Poor Alex. Alrighty then, so where are we with this thing? Alex is playing defense, as actually is Bill. So we're not going to actually see any Reaper shenanigans for a while. As if we do, it's going to be a long ways away. There's your first Cyclone out of the way for Ryung. And there's a Cyclone on the way. Ah, getting some additional Marines here, though. Are there Marines? Yeah, both players doing the exact same build. Just check the production tab. Expansion, SCV, Cyclone, couple Marines. Done. Done and done. So after this is where we get a little bit more creativity. At least I hope so. So here comes Alex Mark IV. Stuck in the body of a Reaper. Bad place to be. It's going to be Reaper versus Reaper action. Get the first shot off. KD8 charge. Dodge. Oh, is he going to get it? No, Marine friends saving the day. KD8 charge, making sure they can't come down too far. Now there's a Cyclone. Wow, staying alive thanks to the help of those Marines. Cyclone out, and it's time to go. That's just too much DPS. The range is too good. Range of 6 does outrange Reapers, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, range of 5 on those guys. So Alex doing all right for himself, though. KD8 charge something. Wow. Just a couple seconds in the range of that Cyclone, and he's just about roasty toasty dead. Roasty toasty dead. Starport is done, making a Raven for Ryung, and actually getting a medevac here for Innovation. So he's got some drops planned. Both players have 2 gas. We're looking at a couple Cyclones for Innovation, 1 for Ryung, and 6 SCVs each. So it looks like Ryung skipped a Cyclone to go for one of these Ravens, which, fair enough. I'm on board with that. Not going to complain too much. There's another attack coming up. Alex really wants to make something happen here. He's trying to bait the units out so a drop can actually get into this natural base, but I think Ryung is a little too smart for that. Innovation is going to fight and kill a couple Marines very quickly. That's a nice pickup from Innovation. Just show up with his drop too. Why not? No need to be sneaky about this. I think he has the bigger numbers. SCV is forced to pull off the line as well. Cyclone versus Cyclone action. SCV is fighting, forcing some micro here. And wow, actually managing to get on back, forcing him back. Innovation does retreat, trying to repair up his own Cyclone that already has 2 kills, 3 kills on the red Cyclone of Innovation, though. Really wants to kill that thing. Innovate, no, the pathing! The pathing messed up, but the Cyclone is gone! Oh, no, good thing there's a Raven. Look at these SCVs die so fast. Oh, the tank, too. Another Cyclone joining the party. Innovation pushing his advantage quite well here. What is this Raven? Has this Raven thrown down an auto turret? I don't know, but either way, he survived. That's 8 dead SCVs, though. Ryung is down 37 to 32 harvesters. Innovation has a nice lead, and he's going to keep this pressure up. It sure looks like, anyway. Got a Viking just to clear out any stuff. Going to go for the Cyclone drop inside the main base. Ryung knows. Ryung knows what's going to happen, though. Sees it coming, and it's just not enough. You can't go against Cyclones with Marines. Viking sacrificing himself to take out the Raven. That was pretty good stuff. And once a tank shows up, it's time to go. So the 2 remaining Cyclones do get the heck on out of there. Toast. Yeah, Viking's dead as well. Viking did, again, killing the Raven. That's a fair trade. Fair trade every day of the week. 3rd base on the way for innovation. Needs to have a 3rd base here from Ryung. No. Actually, no. Expanding ahead of his opponent is innovation here. Seems good to me. Seems totally fair to me. Tank production, Marine production has begun. Viking production, stim, and now we're moving into the traditional TVT positioning battle. That is Tank Marine Viking versus Tank Marine Viking. It's going to be good. It's going to be some really crazy positioning. What was one? I did a TVT a while ago that was incredible. It was like Morrow versus TY. I want to say it was. Maybe just search for TY on my channel. I don't have a lot of his videos. I haven't cast a lot of his games, but it was like one of the best TVTs ever. It was epic. I actually had that one sent to me by a subscriber. So if you have a replay of a high-level pro game you want me to cast that you haven't seen or hasn't been cast in English, or you just want to see Falcon cast it, you can send it to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of pro game, or just put the name of the players in the subject. I'll see it. I will see it, and I will open it, and I will read it. And if it's a trick, then by golly, you shall know my full wrath. 2 Marines trying to hold the zone like a watchtower against the 1 Marine of innovation here. Poor innovation Marine. Bad times. Bad times. Upgrades. No upgrades at all in this game so far. Working on combat shield and stim and +1 is Ryung. And innovation's working on +1 armor with +1 attack and stim. So that's just a stylistic difference on these players' parts. 3rd base done for innovation. That's a huge deal. That's a humongous deal for innovation. All right. If you can hold this thing where Ryung is really showing no sign. No sign of expanding. Oh, wins the day. Innovation's Marine wins that one with 3 hit points left. Marine checking to see, once again, another Marine versus Marine battle. Like, all the Marines that have died have been in little single combat things or 2 versus 1 combat things. It's kind of fun. Kind of funny. Another Marine does get saved. Ryung does manage to save him. Thanks to some medevac support, though. So every Marine is precious. Every life is precious. This is how I like to explain this. Sensor tower on the way from innovation. I love that he has 3 bases before Ryung. I just don't know what Ryung's going to do. He's got to win this thing now. He's got to have some kind of a crazy push or expand. He has to know this. I don't know why he doesn't realize it. At 65 to 52 harvesters, innovation has a nice lead there. Some Cyclones innovation holding this center is no longer a watchtower, but the Marines that used to be not as scary with medevac support and stim are a little scarier. Still, he comes in. He comes in anyway, tries to go for it. That was a bit of a mistake. Losing a Cyclone almost immediately. Did kill a Reaper button there. There's the expansion on the way from Ryung. Same location that innovation has, just kind of outside that main natural area. Very, very close to home. And Marines, tanks, any upgrades on those tanks yet? No, usually players get +1 if they get anything, but here we go. Tank count is 5 to 6. Innovation has that up, but it's 40 to 23 Marines. Wow, for Ryung. He's got that lead. However, 6 Vikings in the air for innovation as well. So I don't know. If the Vikings can pick off these medevacs from distance, that might be a big deal. Marines scouting, just using them like lings, trying to see where people are going to drop, where people are going to come in. These sensor towers are so useful for playing defense. Notice how Ryung is just staying outside of the circles on the minimap. He's not going to go in and tell innovation where he is. Innovation sending a couple Marines up. Try to see what damage they can do, or at least scouting to see if there's a 3rd base. And there is. Couldn't deny it, unfortunately, because it's already done right before they show up. And get inside. Get inside the command center. Oh, SCV. Oh, stays alive thanks to Marine support. By Ryung coming back home. Is it time to drop? He's thinking about it. These sensor towers from innovation, though, are just beautiful. It is so hard to attack without innovation knowing where you're coming from. Trying to sneak out his innovation, but I think Marines can see that one. They did. They could see that one. They're going to base race it. Oh, but there are Vikings here. Oh, no, Ryung, don't go in there. Don't go there. Oh, innovation. What a trap. He says, I'll leave a little gap up here in my sensor tower coverage, and then if you try to come here, All my Vikings will destroy your medevacs. Wahaha. It was an evil plan, but Ryung did not fall for it. Did not fall for it. Even a little teeny tiny bit. So, Marines trying to see where this drop's coming. Oh, they got it. They got it. Stim. Medevac response. Too good. Too good. Pulling out. Unloading. Going for the attack. Upgrades here. +1. Yeah, everybody's got everything. Stim, combat shield, and +1/+1. Working on +2/+2 innovations is a little bit ahead. That is really, at this point, to be expected. And Ryung chasing this away. Can they take down the medevacs? Ugh, the Marines don't want to be here. Slowly picking him off, but I guess who's pushing right now is Innovation. He's got his tanks. He's got his Vikings. Tanks on the high ground for Ryung. Trying to hold this. Trying to hold this location. I like the positioning there. As always, positioning is like 80% of this in TVT and I guess macro, but all right, so Ryung wins the battle at the south. The battle in the north is looking pretty scary. His natural base is essentially under siege right now. The tanks aren't in siege mode. Going for it is Ryung. Tank splash on top of everything. The Marines trying to absorb those shots, trying to get rid of this tank count, and he does manage to get it. Ryung picking Vikings out of the sky as well, holding this center zone on a watchtower. Some medevacs trying to just get home. Wow, Ryung with a little stomping there. He's still down 168 to 139 supply, so that's actually kind of weird how that works. It's 47 to 39 Marines, 4 to 3 tanks. Ryung has a lead on both of those things. Again, the Vikings, what Innovation is spending all of his stuff on. He can make 13 Marines at a time, though, whereas Ryung's at 8. So the longer this goes on, the more it helps Innovation, I'd say. So we have a very intricate dance back and forth. Top side of the map here, trying to threaten this third base of Innovation. Same story if they go the other way, threatening the third base of Ryung. Fourth base landing for Innovation at 11 minutes and 50 seconds, probably exactly when he intended it to be. It's just the macro's insane for Innovation. He got ruffle stomped on that battle, and yet he still had more supply than Ryung at the end of it, and is now back up to 190 total supply here. So tanks with +1 attack, and yep, both players have +1 attack on their tanks. Some Liberators, forcing the tanks to move. And then Innovation just pushes in with his Marines while the tanks are on siege. They can siege up, but do manage to escape. Liberators, though. What a beautiful idea to bring along Liberators here for Innovation. Tanks on the low ground, medevacs on the high ground. Vikings providing that sight as well. It's just a slow, methodical push here for Innovation. Liberators getting shots off on tanks. Vikings trying to kill them as well. No, Innovation is pushing right on into the front here. Where are you going, Ryung? You're needed at the front door. How? How are you not fighting this? I don't know. +2/+2 for done both of these players. Tanks trying to join the party here, and he does come back on the backside, Ryung, to try to catch these tanks unawares. Dropping right on top of these tanks. Is it enough? The tanks splash, hurting at the same time, but Marines prefer Innovation coming back to support, and suddenly it's 172 to 82 supply, and that's it. Ryung with a GG, and Innovation is victorious in 13 minutes and 6 seconds. Woo! That was a close one. Again, Ryung did as well as you could. I don't know. Didn't lose an SCV in the game. Ryung ended up losing 10. Just in those initial attacks is what those were, the Cyclone attacks with the drops. So we're looking at 11,900 resources lost for Ryung compared to 10,800? Yeah, 10,800 for Innovation. It was just at the end of the game, 172 to 82 total supply. He had a fourth base. Ryung scanned to see if there's a fourth. There is a fourth. Knew he was out and decided it was time to tap. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.